my friends don't like me, and like I'm not doing anything good with my life. It was just like so emotional, like just a overwhelming emotional experience that didn't really translate into rational thought. And it was so like I couldn't talk about it because I was just stuck in like feeling so depressed. And then eventually it would kind of start to lift, and it would be like, I don't know, you can start talking about it, but you feel like every time you have to like repair this damage of like, I don't know, that like depressive period that you've just been through, and have to pick up from where you were before. And I definitely thought that there was probably something wrong with me. Then on the other hand, I was like, well, I guess I'm probably just struggling with some depression and anxiety right now. Or like, actually, I don't know. I don't know if I was really that pragmatic about it. I think I just was like, I'm sad, and like this is what I am, and this is who I am, and there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to, I don't know, all I can do is stay in bed right now. I saw like a counselor in high school, but it was just really not helpful at all. I don't know, it was this kind of experience where they were asking me all these like you know when you Google anxiety or depression and it comes up with the symptoms, it's like panic attacks, like fast heart rate. She was asking me just point blank, do you have panic attacks? Do you have this? And do you have sweaty hands? And I was like, no. So she was like, oh, you're probably fine. Like, you're probably just stressed or what. And I don't know, it was like not very validating and not very helpful. And I dreaded going to see her. Yeah, and I kind of realized eventually that they're not, like it doesn't always have to be like that. Yeah, and just like generally I was like, oh, well maybe, well actually after that, a few years later, I did go and see another psychologist. But again, like it wasn't the best experience, and I feel like I didn't get much out of it. And I would just like start crying in the sessions, and I was like, well, maybe talking is really not a good method for me. So like it's been difficult for me to get much out of like psychology, therapy. Yeah, since then I have kind of had a psychologist who was better and definitely helped with some more kind of practical strategies, and it was a bit more like holistic, like asking about family, and just like not just focusing on maybe trying to find like trauma or like, I don't know. And it's just like everything felt so much harder and so much more difficult. Would feel really tired, like a week or something. And it really kind of took a toll on my closest relationships, like my housemates and my partner, because like I would just be an awful person to be around, and like they wouldn't know what's going on because I can't talk to them, sort of thing. But I was experiencing this for a long time, and I was working with a psychologist but felt like I couldn't get any relief, so I thought that I would try antidepressants again. And like for me it really helped, like just being on, knowing that I was taking these meds that would help relieve the symptoms and help me stop feeling that way every month was just like so reassuring, and I just instantly kind of like felt a lot more in control as well. So before being on antidepressants, it would be just like overwhelming emotion and I can't verbalize anything. But now like I find myself being a lot more level-headed, and like even when I do feel sad, I can really like kind of rationalize with myself and like talk to myself and not just get too carried away with the emotion, and I can talk to other people as well. Yeah, so I think that's where it's really helped me, is just like calming down those feelings and letting my mind like be able to talk over it all. Yeah, I sort of be thinking like just really negative thoughts about myself, and just like thinking that I'm incapable of anything, like everything, and that like my friends don't like me, and like I'm not doing anything good with my life. Like really awful negative self-talk and like self-doubt as well. I think those are like some of the best moments in friendships, is where you can open up to someone. Well, it happens to me often where like if someone else opens up to me, then I feel like, oh, it's okay to talk about these things. Like I can let go and like feel comfortable around this person. And it's just really, it's a really nice feeling, and it's nice to feel that they can put their trust in you. And then it's like, I'm not someone who will just like open up to someone with just randomly. Like, so yeah, those moments are really special to me, where someone creates an open space by being vulnerable. Yeah, I think that's really valuable, and like that's what's important in friendships. maybe like go outside. I think I read recently that just like being in nature or like being outside is really helpful to make you feel better, which seems obvious, but we kind of forget that. Yeah, maybe going outside and sitting in the sun or something. I think I'm okay.